Imagine a school night with a child being repeatedly asked by his father if he has completed his homework. The child replied in an exasperated tone, yes. His dad came towards him with his fist, ready to punch him. The boy's mum stepped into the space in front of that fist and pushed her son out of its way. The full force of that fist hit her so hard that she was spun round and fell down the stairs, bruising her arms, legs and back. From the top of the stairs, the child's father shouted to his son, "Look what you made me do." The boy's mother left her husband, taking the children with her. Social services were aware that that same father made statements that he was capable of killing. Then imagine a situation where, despite knowing all of this, a family court permitted that father of those two boys 5 hours unsupervised contact per week. Claire Throssell, my constituent, does not need to imagine that nightmare. She and her two sons, Jack and Paul Sykes, lived it. Yet, on a 2-hour contact visit, permitted by that court and allowed to go ahead by Kafkas, Jack and Paul Sykes were locked in the attic by their father, using gasoline. Their dad set multiple fires alight across their home. Paul, aged 9, died at that scene after his elder brother tried to save him. And then Jack, aged just 12, died later in hospital. The father also killed himself in the blaze. Jack and Paul's voices were not heard by social services, by Kafkas, nor by the family court. The only time Jack's voice was heard was when he was held in the fireman's arms as he used the last of his strength to say, "My dad did this, and he did it on purpose." There must be urgent reform of the presumption of contact in law on the basis of evidence, principle, and to ensure children's voices are put at the heart of our family court system. This legal principle means parents should always be given contact with their children, even in circumstances where there is a known domestic abuser. And yet, the harm report, published in 2020 by the Ministry of Justice's expert harm panel, was clear that the presumption should not remain in its present form. The Victims and Courts Bill before us today presents the ideal opportunity to make these changes in the family courts and deliver for the victims of domestic abuse and violence against women and girls. It already ensures the justice system serves victims rather than subjecting them to further trauma on top of what they have already had to suffer. Labour's important mission to halve violence against women and girls in a decade will require a national effort and using every single tool available to target perpetrators and address the root causes of abuse and violence. Now we need to do what the previous Conservative government failed to do and hold family courts to the same standard by taking a child-centred approach and repeal the presumption of contact where a parent is a known domestic abuser. The government must act now to save lives of children for generations to come by ending contact at any cost. So let's not just imagine a world where the voice of children are put at the heart of our family court system, where children like Jack and Paul are listened to, not ignored.